Tianjin were last season's surprise package, finishing third and qualifying for the Asian Champions League in their first Chinese Super League season. But despite going strong on the continental stage, domestic results simply have to improve. Hello and welcome to the Haihe Educational Stadium. Wayne Boyce with you for Tianjin against Henan Jianye. We're officially at the halfway point of the 2018 Chinese Super League season, and Tianjin find themselves in 8th place, 9 points off the top three, with 6 defeats on their record, as many as they suffered in the whole of the last campaign. Well, for Henan Jianye, it's another season of keeping their head above water despite finishing 8 points above relegation in 2017. They were the lowest placed side to stay in the division, a position they've occupied twice since returning to the CSL in 2014. Fernando Caranga is suspended after his red card in midweek, so former West Ham forward Ricardo Vaste comes into the side. He's one of 3 changes, with Lu Leng and Wang Fei both starting. It's Lu Feng's first start this season. Cameroon international Christian Bassagog and Brazilian Evo complete their foreign quota. For Tianjin, having already exited the Chinese FA Cup this season, it may well be that they have to go all the way and win the Asian Champions League to re-qualify for next year's competition. Wang Jing is the man in charge of this one. The 2 captains, Gu Kao, centre-back for Henan Jianye, and Zhang Lu, the goalkeeper for Tianjin. Belgian international Axel Witsel is still yet to return to action since the end of the World Cup amidst rumours of an impending move to Manchester United. Frenchman Anthony Modeste is recalled to add firepower alongside Brazilian Alex Pato. Both substitute benches full of homegrown players. All 14 of the substitutes are Chinese players, with the 6 foreign quotas all taken, 3 for each side. Jang Wo-ryong, former South Korean international, played at the 1980 Asian Cup. He knows his targets for this campaign are very modest: simply keep Henan Jianye in the top flight. Now they won back-to-back games and were 3 unbeaten going into the break, Henan Jianye, but they seem to have lost a bit of that momentum. The midweek loss at home to Jiangsu Suning means they arrive here with just 1 win in their last 5. And there's a man under pressure, Paulo Sousa, whose run in the Champions League is probably keeping him in a job at the moment. Tough act to follow, though, Fabio Cannavaro, who left Tianjin in the off-season to join the champions Guangzhou. Tianjin, though, did get one over their former boss by knocking Guangzhou out of the Asian Champions League in the last 16. It's only the 6th meeting this between the 2 clubs, and only the 4th in the top flight. Henan Jianye so far have yet to beat Tianjin in the Chinese Super League, and it was Tianjin who ran out comfortable 4-0 winners on the opening day of this season back in March. In fact, you have to go back to October 2013 for Henan Jianye's only win, a 2-1 victory en route to promotion back to the Chinese Super League. Tianjin could be forgiven for focusing on that Champions League quarter-final against Japan's Kashima Antlers at the end of August. But this is the first of 4 matches in the Chinese Super League to get them back on track and within touching distance of the top three. Here's Tianjin Quanjin, all in red, who get us underway. Henan Janier in the changed all-blue strip. There's no question they have been missing the presence of Axel Witsel in the centre of that midfield, but rumours persist that Jose Mourinho is ready to trigger his £17 million release clause, which would leave a gaping hole in the Quanjin squad. Here is Pato, one of the superstars who really found his form last season. As Tianjin Quanjin shocked everybody by finishing in the top three. Just hasn't been that same confidence though since Paulo Sousa took over from Fabio Cannavaro. Here's Wang Yongpo. Shifted across by Wang Jia. Again by Wu Wei. Of early possession from Tianjin Quanjin. Here's Wang Yongpo. Another of the big signings that Tianjin Quanjin produced when they won promotion. Cost just under £11 million, Wang Yongpo, a Chinese international. Really needs to step up now in that central position in the absence of Witsel. He's a player generally more comfortable out wide. That's Pato with this free kick. His toes, it's clipped in by Pato. It's a good delivery, and what a chance for Kwon Kyung-won, the South Korean centre-back, getting on the end of it. Needed that the other way round really, Paulo Sousa, perhaps with Alex Pato with the chance to score. It's a great delivery. Never really looked confident though with the finish, Kyung-won. Scored just the one goal last season, has not registered so far in this campaign. It's flicked on by Vaste, but is unable to pick out Basagog. Wang Yongpo. Good feet from the Chinese international, who's become a big favourite in his first year with the club. Formerly of Shandong Luneng. Zheng Dalun losing possession. Zhao Jiri. There's Wu Wei. Jia. Wu Wei. Wang Jia. To the penalty area. Zhao Jiri. Dalun challenging. Modeste is in there and turned and went for goal, the Frenchman. Just over the top. Really positive start though from Tianjin Quanjin. Game on paper they would expect to win, and an opportunity to produce the perfect response to their 4-1 hammering they took at the hands of Shanghai SIPG on Wednesday. So to deliver the corner. Brings the corner up, it was Modeste with the header. Goal kick. Anthony Modeste, a former French under-21 international. Scored a couple of goals against Henan Janier in the 4-0 win in March, the opening day of the season. That was half his tally for the campaign. He's got 4 and 11 appearances so far this season. He was in prolific form when he joined from Cologne last season, scored 7 in his 8 appearances. Look on by Vaste. Now Ivo went for goal. Not the best strike in the world, but I understand him going for goal, the Brazilian. Just been brought in from Beijing Renhe last month, Ivo. 6 goals in 33 appearances for them in the newly promoted club. It's his second spell, Ivo, with Tianjin, having spent a couple of years away. Flicked on past Zhou Yu. Wang Shangyuan. Kyung-won across. And the Korean closed down by Basagog. Paulo Sousa, a terrific player, 52 caps for Portugal. During a career that saw him play for the likes of Fiorentina, Inter, Dortmund, Juventus, Benfica. It's an impressive playing CV. He's become something of a journeyman coach, though, Paulo Sousa. Wang Yongpo. Zhao. Howlin into Pato. Back to Zhao Jiri, not the best though, and a chance for Henan Zhenya to break. Good block by Hong Kong-1. Otherwise Basagog would have been away, given the pace that the Cameroonian has. Here's Ivo. Wang Fei as well to get the cross in towards Ivo. The header away by Kyung-won. Ki Xiao. Wang Shangyuan. And Lu Heng. Chen Hao. It's overhit. Ricardo Vaste, the intended target. In and out of the team this season, Ricardo Vaste, but scored in his last couple of appearances. Goals against Guangzhou RNF and Guizhou. Didn't feature in the midweek game at SIPG. Yang Po kicks out Modeste. Lovely first touch by Anthony Modeste. Goal kick though for Henan Zhenya. The lone spell with Blackburn Rovers in 2011-12, but failed to score in his 9 appearances there. Goals have dried up a bit for him, just 1 in his last 9 in all competitions, and hasn't scored at all in his last 6 games, Modeste. His form not quite what it was when he rattled in that double against Henan Zhenya on the opening weekend. Taste header. And 1 back to Zhang Lu. Throws it out for Mi Howlin. Now Pato. Wang Jie. Gone by Zhao Jiri. Wang Yongpo again. Zhao Jiri to Chu Jinzhao. Disappointing end to some more promising build-up from Paulo Sousa's side. Days for those Tianjin supporters. Well, very much in the shadows of Tianjin Taida until last season. He broke out of that shadow in some style. Win here for Tianjin could take them up to 6th, and 6 points off the top 3 ahead of tomorrow's fixtures. 3 points for Jianye would give them an 8-point cushion over the bottom 2. There's Wang Yongpo. Stepping away from Evo. Gone by Wu Wei. Wei, good ball to Pato. Skips away from Wang Fei, now Mi Haolan. Pato again, but Chen Hao saw too much of it. One with the throw. Get some distance on it, the Korean, in towards Modeste. And that's a foul. Wang Changwan, the player who was jumped into. Just his 5th appearance for the club. Wang Changwan, brought in on loan from the champions Guangzhou. It could be a key signing in their fight against relegation. He's still only 25. Had a short spell in Belgium playing for Club Brugge, although he only made a handful of appearances there. He's won 3 Chinese Super League titles and the Asian Champions League, Shangwan, with Guangzhou. Thumping header away by Wu Wei. Wang Yongpo. Towards Modeste. Header away though by Gu Kao. Qi Zhao. Stay well beaten to that by Wu Wei. Sagog wanted a free kick. The referee happy to wave play on though. Now Pato. Yangpo. Again, good possession from Tianjin. Zhao with the cross in, but too close to Wu Yan. Shangwan. Zhou Yi. Basagog. Again, the Cameroonian. Here's Evo. Vaste. Not the best ball back to him from Evo, but got the header back towards Vaste. Easy gather for Zhang Lu in the end, and Tianjin can come forwards. Zheng Dalun. Jin Zhao. Yongpo. A lot of the ball in those central areas, Wang Yongpo. Who won 3 Chinese Super League titles and the Chinese FA Cup with Shandong Luneng, his former club. His former club very much challenging for the title again this season. Lu Heng. Evo skips away from Zheng Dalun. Foul on Evo. Free kick for Tianjin. A lot of ball in the opening 15 minutes, Tianjin Quanjin, but Guyan hasn't been overly troubled. The best chance coming from that Pato free kick. Oh, that looked like a tug on the shirt from Wu Wei. The referee happy to wave play on, though. Here's Basagog. Flipped into the danger zone again towards Evo, and the header from Vaste is gathered by Zhang Lu. It's immediately launched towards Anthony Modeste. There's Pato. Tianjin Quanjin have a man down at the moment. Jin Zhao, the player that Zhang Lu is trying to help to his feet. Work here from Basagog, and then it's just lifted in towards Vaste. Looks as though he's just landed on Chu Jin Zhao. Now there's the tug on the shirt that I was talking about. Referee not spotting it. Wu Wei was a lucky boy there. Paulo Sousa perhaps suggesting to him, what on earth were you doing? You got away with one there. Chinese under-21 international Wu Wei, making his 9th appearance of the season. It's a big step up for Wu Wei this season. He was brought in from Zhejiang Greentown, a club in League One, the 2nd tier. In truth, he wasn't getting too much game time. Wang Yongpo. Pato. Wang Jie. In a way, though, this is Evo. It's a dangerous front three if they can get it up to them, Tianjin. Vaste, Basagog and Evo. Wang Yongpo. Chu Jin Zhao. Really have struggled for goals this season, Tianjin. Just 12 scored in their opening 15 matches this season. Too difficult to see where the problems are, so that's why Evo has been brought in. Basagog, good ball from Evo. There's Vaste up in support in the centre. Unable to find the Portuguese player though, and Wu Wei getting himself in the way. There's Wang Yongpo. Zheng Dalun. Wang Yongpo again looking for Modeste. Certainly gives them more of a physical presence than Pato when they play Modeste through the middle, but sometimes you feel that Pato is wasted somewhat in a wider position. And Zhang Dalun do line up just behind Modeste, but both of them tend to drift wide. Zhao. Feng Zhouyi. Kang Wan. There's Vaste to Basagog. Evo. About the shot again, Evo. Fair plays it out to Ki Xiao. Lifts the cross in, but it's nowhere near Vaste. And Mi Hao Lun can clear for Tianjin Quanjin. Fea has done well. There's a half-hit shot in the end from the Henan Jianye right back. Suddenly the Tianjin Quanjin defence opened up. Nobody really closed him down. There wasn't too much conviction in the strike. He takes an awful lot of the turf with the shot as well, does Wang Fea. And that will go down as a bit of a let-off for Tianjin Quanjin and Zhang Lu. Yet to score for the club, Wang Fea. This is his 33rd appearance in the first team, which he broke into first of all back in 2016. By Modeste, but to nobody in particular. It's Chen Hao. Wang Yongpo. Wu Wei. Pato. Poor first touch is countryman Evo looking to take advantage, but Pato recomposes himself. Still only 28, Alex Pato. It is amazing. That's a lovely piece of play. In towards Jin Zhao, pulls it back, but in between Modeste and Zheng Dalun. Well, Alex Pato almost single-handedly opening up the Henan Jianye defence with a delightful piece of play. It's Christian Bassagog, away from Wu Wei. Shen Yuan, who just pulled out of the central positions. And his was the final touch, well played by Zhao Jiri, and it's a throw for Tianjin Quanjin. Such a versatile midfield player, Zhao Jiri, so experienced as well. Great play from Alex Pato. And that was the right idea from Jin Zhao. Bassagog. Wu Wei gets his foot in now. Zheng Dalun. He's a decent runner with the ball. Just his full start this season. Zheng Dalun, he's a player who Paulo Sousa likes to use from the bench generally. Modeste was after that one, but misplaced this time from Pato. Holds his hand up in apology to the Frenchman. Evo. And Wang Fea. Zhao Jiri. Wang Yongpo. Zheng Dalun starting to get into the game a bit more now. Here is Zheng Dalun. A crucial intervention from Peng Zhouyi. Minutes though have been positive for Zheng Dalun, and that can only be good for Tianjin Quanjin. Bassagog. Now Evo. Shang Yuan. Managed a 1-1 draw here last season. Henan Jianye were beaten 1-0 at home. And of course, were well beaten in March by Tianjin Quanjin, but 6 meetings previously, just the 1 win came in the second tier. Here's Evo. Wang Fei. By Kyung Won. The most impressive defensive header. The second one was much better. Zhao Zhiri. Jing Dalun. Wang Yongpo. Kim Won. Towards Modeste. Well seen though by Wu Yan. It's always going to be a tough act to follow Fabio Cannavaro. It's a move that hasn't worked out particularly well either for Quanjin or Cannavaro. Guangzhou knocked out of the Champions League by his former club and currently 5 points off the pace at the top of the Chinese Super League as they look to win it for an 8th successive season. Anything less than that will probably see Cannavaro lose his job. Ryo Yi to Wang Fei. It's a corner. Vastey vying for position in the penalty area. Cao and Chen Hao forward as well. Evo to deliver. And the header on is well wide in the end from Chen Hao. It's as though the final touch was off Chu Jinzhao. So it is another corner. Now swinger this time from Evo. Whipped across this time, Vastey's header! And Ricardo Vastey keeps his personal scoring run going with a 3rd in 3 appearances. And Henan Jianye have themselves a shock lead. Well, delight for those travelling supporters. Tianjin Quanjin may well have dominated the ball so far in this game. But Henan Jianye have made a set-piece count, courtesy of Ricardo Vastey. Great delivery from Evo, but there's still plenty to do on that header. Ball slightly behind him, but he just took a step back. Found that half a yard of space. And got the better of Wu Wei and the goalkeeper Zhang Lu. Just under half an hour gone. Tianjin Quanjin 0. Henan Jianye 1. Given the hot and humid conditions, it's as though the referee has taken the opportunity to call for the cooling break. And look at the frustration on the faces of the Tianjin Quanjin players. They just cannot get going this season in the Chinese Super League. They've very much been saving their best form for the Asian Champions League. First leg against Kashima Antlers of Japan at the end of this month. The gap to the top three is getting further and further away from Tianjin. 9 points at the start of play. That could increase if they do slip up here. What a header that is from Ricardo Vaste. Left out in midweek as they lost at home to Jiangsu Suning. He certainly sent a message out there to Chang Wo-ryong, the Korean boss of Henan Jianye. 3 goals now in his last 3 appearances for the former West Ham man. He's also had spells with Charlton, Barnsley, Bolton and Hull City on loan. He was playing in Turkey when he was picked up by Henan Jianye. Paulo Sousa's side have it all to do again. Made a terrible start to the season with games here, Tianjin Quanjin. They failed to win any of their first 5 league fixtures inside this stadium this season. And they have won their last 3. Renhe, Guangzhou and Hebei China Fortune have all won here this season. And Jianye on course to add to that list. Give themselves a massive shot in the arm in the process. It's a foul on Evo. They've been well organised here. Quanjin, despite their possession, have found it difficult to create too many chances. Hong Kong 1 getting on the end of Pato's free kick, perhaps the best opening. Vaste. Xiao. Zhou Yi. Intercepted by Wu Wei. Oh, Yong Po needs to be careful there. He took a swipe at Feng Zhouyi. And he's very lucky that didn't connect. Otherwise, it would most certainly have been a red card. And given the way some of the punishments are handed out in the Chinese Super League, an extremely long suspension. Clearly took a swipe there at Feng Zhouyi. First yellow card of the evening goes the way of Wang Yongpo of Tianjin Quanjin. Stay unable to get his head to that. Mi Howlin will clear for Tianjin Quanjin. Zhao Zhiri. Wang Yongpo. Zhao Zhiri. Now across. Free kick goes against Zhao Zhiri. Frustrating season, frustrating first half for Tianjin Quanjin. It's a time for cool heads. Certainly from the 2 central midfielders, Zhao Zhiri and Wang Yongpo. Zhao Zhiri scored in the 1-1 draw at Henan Jianye in July last season. Just over 10 minutes to half-time, plus the time added on for the first half cooling break. Tianjin Quanjin 0, Henan Jianye 1. This certainly wasn't in the script for Paulo Sousa, who will have viewed the 4 games they have coming up as a real opportunity to make some headway in the chase for the top 3 ahead of that big Champions League quarter-final. Wang Fei into Wang Shangyuan. Now Evo. Distance on that from Wu Yan, and Basagog may well be in behind here. It's Christian Basagog still going and just overran it in the end and invited the challenge back from Wang Jie, who made the initial mistake. That really would have been backs to the wall had Basagog just kept his head there a little better. His fourth goal of the season last Saturday. Basagog in the 2-1 win at Guizhou. Side who are bottom of the table. Tianjin's only win in the last 5. Tianjin Zhao. Zhao Jiri. Evo with the foot in. The throw for Tianjin Quanjin. Tianjin Zhao going across to take it, but I look back just to see in case Kwon Kyung-won wanted to take it, the Korean who has the big throw. Indeed, it will be Kwon Kyung-won to take it. Dry ball and a drying of the hands as well for maximum grip. That's the obvious target. His distance on that was such ease, the South Korean. Never away by Basagog. Now Mi Howlin. It's been the story of the first half, really, for Tianjin Quanjin. There's been a lot of wasted possession. Shang Yuan from Evo to Wang Fei. When you think of that chance that Wang Fei had, and then Basagog getting through just a moment or so ago. Despite seeing a lot of the ball, it's Henan Jianye who have created the better chances. Shang Yuan. Evo. Oh, very kindly to him from Wu Wei. They're backing off Evo, inviting him to shoot. It's a good save by Zhang Lu. And now Basagog. So slow on the uptake there, the Tianjin Quanjin defence. Just backed off and effectively a written invitation for Evo to strike at goal. Just as well for them, it was straight at the goalkeeper. Here's Basagog. Support from Ke Xiao, but Basagog going alone. Wang Yang-po. Pato. Quickly closed down by Chen Hao. There's Mi Howlin. Chen Dalun. Wang Yang-po. Wu Wei. Howlin hits the cross in early towards Modeste. Here's Pato. First time really we've seen Modeste and Pato link up in and around the edge of the penalty area. Howlin going early this time with the delivery. And calmly cushioned down by Modeste for Pato, who didn't get hold of the ball at all well. Good goals return for the Little Duck this season, 8 goals in 10 appearances. These are some 5 behind the league's leading scorer, Wu Lei of Shanghai SIPG. Wang Yang-po. Now Pato. Yang-po dispossessed. Wang Fei loses out. Here's Pato. Zheng Dalun, poor first touch though, invited the challenge from Liu Heng, who's taken a bit of a knock. And Paulo Sousa preparing a change, interestingly, just 4.5 minutes before half-time. Xu Jinzhao has been struggling since he was landed on by Ricardo Vaste, taken another knock. Yeah, that's a painful one. Ke Zhao, who's down, the left-sided player for Jianye. Both players arriving at the same time for the ball, but Ke Zhao caught. Tianjin want to make the change. Xiang Zhu, who's coming on. Chinese international, 26 goals and 51 appearances for China. Again, missed the midweek defeat to Shanghai SIPG. Joined the club at the start of this season from Shandong Luneng. So far his return is 3 goals in 10 appearances, but has only started 4 games. Another chance then for Kwon Kyung-won. Oh, this ball into the danger zone. Certainly an attacking move, throwing on Yang Zhu for Jin Zhao. Well, he's pointing exactly where he wants it thrown. And Tianjin Quanjin grab themselves an equaliser before half-time. Oh, it's a red card for Zheng Dalun. A word in the ear from the video assistant referee, and he's been shown a red card for that challenge on Ke Zhao that we saw. Have to say, that seems incredibly harsh. I think it was a genuine attempt for the ball, although in fairness, the foot was perhaps slightly high, but both players had an eye on the ball. And you can see the Quanjin player's not at all happy. And he's gone across and he's had a look at it. There it is. I suppose in the end his foot has raked up the shin pad, but I think it's a genuine attempt at the ball that's just gone horribly wrong, and red card is the decision. And Tianjin Quanjin not only a goal down now, but a man down as well. And it's just got a whole lot tougher for Paulo Sousa. Zheng Dalun, just as he was beginning to look lively for Tianjin Quanjin, will miss the rest of this game, and suspension will follow as well. He'll certainly miss the trip to Beijing Renhe. Jin Zhao has gone off injured, and now Zheng Dalun's sent off. And what's been a first half to forget for Tianjin Quanjin. Pato. Now Wu Wei to Wang Yongpo. Towards Yang Zhu. He certainly had an extra threat up there aerially, and one or two things just beginning to get out of hand now. Liu Heng, the player who's down this time, claiming he was caught by Yang Zhu. A genuine attempt at the ball. Lu Heng's just slow to get off the ground there. Here's Evo. 3 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. That with Wu Yan. Well, I'll be glad to hear the half-time whistle, Tianjin Quanjin. Pato. And he produced some magic. No free kick is Zhao Zhuri. Wang Yongpo. Yang Zhu. Again, it breaks down around about 30 yards from the Henan Jianye goal, which has been continually happening in the first half. Ricardo Vaste has taken a terrible knock there. You can see the blood trickling down his forehead. And caught by the elbow of Huang Kungyong. Deep in conversation with Christian Basagog. Well, not looking opening 45 minutes he was hoping for. Looking to get their season back on track. Sending off a loss of discipline from Wang Yongpo. He was extremely fortunate, remember, not to connect when he swung his arm and get a red card. Created few chances, barely any in open play. It's a painful one for Ricardo Vaste. There'll be a case of getting that stitched up at half-time. Flailing arm of Hong Kim-won catching him. Big moment of controversy, though, the red card for Zheng Dalun. Zhu giving possession back to Henan Jianye. Big 45 minutes to come for Tianjin Quanjin. They can afford to lose further ground in the race for the top three. Missing the header. Here's Evo. Could get even worse before half-time for Tianjin Quanjin. Evo forced away, though. Cheng Wan. Now Wang Fei. Vaste is back on. It's a poor delivery from Wang Fei. Vaste with the netting over his head just to see him through to half-time. Never the most glamorous piece of headwear, that. It's a Henan Jianye ball. Really looking like a side who need a boost during the half-time break. It's going to have to be a big team talk from Paulo Sousa. Here's the corner towards Vaste. Now Basagog. Well, not the first 45 minutes that was planned from Paulo Sousa and Tianjin Quanjin. A goal from Ricardo Vaste on 28 minutes. Making their Champions League hopes look even fainter now for Alexander Pato's side, who's probed away, but try as he might, has been unable to produce the magic to get Tianjin Quanjin back into this game. And their hopes certainly not helped by the red card for Zheng Dalun. Plenty to do in the second half. It's Quanjin 0, Jianye 1 at half-time. Welcome back to the High Heat Educational Football Stadium. Half-time, Tianjin Quanjin 0, Henan Jianye 1. Ricardo Vaste's goal against the 10 men of Quanjin, giving Henan Jianye 45 minutes to hold out for their first ever win in the top flight against Tianjin Quanjin. And their first victory against them for almost 5 years since a League One victory. Both sides were vying to come out of the second tier of Chinese football. Tianjin Quanjin making another change ahead of the second half. Zhang Zhuwei is the player coming on for them. A player who came through the youth ranks at French club Lyon without making a first team appearance. He did play for their second string side though in the French national second division. Just his 5th appearance this season for Tianjin Quanjin. Zhang Zhuwei. Zhao Jiri is the player he's replaced in the midfield. A big second half really for Tianjin Quanjin's top 3 hopes. Otherwise it is going to be the classic case of all their eggs in the same basket. They will probably have to win the Champions League to re-qualify for next season. Could potentially find themselves 12 points off the top 3 with 14 games to go if they were to lose here and results go against them. Jianye off the second half with plenty to play for. Potentially an 8-point cushion over the bottom 2. Here's Pato. Club that have tasted the Asian Champions League, but only the once in 2010 after they amazingly finished 3rd in the top flight. Long throw in. It's another attacking move for Quanjin, hanging on Zhang Zhuwei for Wang Jie. Jiang Zhu. The first of their 2 changes. That one's somewhat enforced due to the injury to Chu Jinjiao. Chen Hao. They're on by Vaste. Wang Yongpo. Here's Zhao Jiri. Alex Pato. Zhao Jiri. Wang Yongpo. They have to go for it, Tianjin Quanjin, they know that. Could leave gaps for Henan Jianye to exploit, which they did pretty well in the first half. Wang Shangyuan. Christian Basagog. Still going. That's a poor ball, though, to Vaste. Easily cleared by Quanjin up to Pato. There's a confidence about Henan Jianye that we really haven't seen since he returned from the World Cup break. Here's Evo. It's a lovely ball. Zhao with the cross towards Vaste. Now Mi Howland. Kwon. Jiri. So much experience in those central areas with Wang Yongpo and Zhao Jiri. Tianjin Quanjin. Surprising they're dominating the ball. With Alex Pato from the referee. He's not happy about the fact that Pato has cut his socks off. Kwon Kim Won. Zhao Jiri. Pato wants to come back on. And the referee not allowing it at the moment until the ball goes out of play. He's not making himself too popular here. Here's Wang Jing, the referee, with the home fans. All the way. Basagog. Still going. And just overrunning in the end, Christian Basagog. Sometimes just lacks that awareness in the final third. The Cameroonian international. Still only 22, but already has an African Cup of Nations medal in his belt from 2017. Yukao gets it away only as far as Pato, who is now back on. Zhu, the substitute, Zhu Wei, and it's helped on. And fired at the goalkeeper by Anthony Modeste. Good work from Zhu Wei, the substitute. Modeste getting something on it. I think it was a shin in the end. And straight at Wu Yan. Zhao. Zhou Yi. This is Evo. Zhao, the left wing back, hanging wide, and now he has it. Zhao across to Vaste! It's 2-0. Clinical finish from the Portuguese man, who is on the mark again. And is pretty much saying to Chang Wo-ryong, you can't leave me out again, as he did in midweek. They drew a blank without him in a home defeat to Jiangsu Suning. But they are very much on the mark here, Henan Jianye. 6.5 minutes into the second half. Tianjin Quanjin cut apart. More frustration for Paulo Sousa as the pressure grows. But it's Tianjin Quanjin 0, Henan Jianye 2. Lovely piece of play between Evo and Qi Zhao, the left wing back. And that's a pinpoint delivery for Ricardo Vaste, who who doubles the advantage for Henan Janye. Very difficult now to see a way back for the 10 men of Tianjin Quanjian. Only lost 6 times, remember, in the whole of last season. They are facing their 7th defeat of the campaign after only 16 matches this time around. And this would be their 4th home defeat of the season as well. Here's Pato, though. Pato! Maybe not. Instant response from Tianjin Quanjian. And that is just what they need from their star man. A lifeline for Tianjin Quanjian almost immediately. Within a minute of conceding the 2nd goal, Alexander Pato scores his 9th goal of this Chinese Super League season. And just as it looked as though the game was getting away from the home side, they are very much back in it. Great play from Alex Pato. Tianjin Quanjian 1, Henan Janye 2, and how frustrating is that for Chang Wo-ryong, the coach of Henan Janye, who have seen his side defend superbly in the opening 52 minutes or so. And having scored the 2nd goal, have just taken their eye off the ball. And that 2-goal lead has become 1 almost immediately. Wang Fei, Basagog. Basagog! Good effort. Well, the game's really opened up now. We so often see this in the Chinese Super League. And the first half has been relatively tight. The second half becomes open season. Zhu Wei. Now Pato. And again, challenged by Zhao Zhiri. Wang Fei's throw. It's never dull in the Chinese Super League. Here's Evo. Dispossessed, Pato. Yang Zhu outside him. This is Evo. Kei Zhao, the creator of Henan Janye's 2nd. Now Evo. Yang Zhou Yi. Here's Evo. Interesting, because had Fernando Caranga, the newly signed Brazilian, not got himself sent off against Jiangsu on Wednesday, you wonder whether Ricardo Vazte would have been involved at all. How about that for a response from the former Portuguese under-21 international? Here's Chen Hao, who's on a hat-trick now, and here is Vazte. Oh, it's a lovely flick back to Basagog, and then it's blocked away by Mi Hao Lun. Well, a 3rd goal for Henan Janye, looking more likely at the moment than an equaliser for Tianjin Quanjian. Here is Vazte. Zhou Yu. Evo. Now Vazte. Good effort. Straight at Zhang Lu, though. Has been a season of hat-tricks, 2018. There's been 12 so far in the Chinese Super League. 2 of them from Oscar and Wu Lei, coming on the opening day in the same game when SIPG beat Dalian Yifang 8-0. Ricardo Vazte hoping to join that list. Evo. Almost through from Ke Zhao. It's looking really lively, the left wing back for Henan Jianye. Who made the step up to the top flight last season, the left wing back for Henan Jianye, who was signed from Wuhan Zhao, League One club. It's Wang Yongpo. There's two more hat-tricks in the midweek round of fixtures. Alan Kardec for Chongqing Lifan against Guizhou, and Jonathan Soriano for Beijing Guan against Hebei China Fortune. Looking a bit more hopeful now, Paulo Sousa. I just had the feeling it was going to have to be a bit of magic from Pato to get them back into it, and couldn't have timed it any better. Howland's header, Zhao Zhiri. I thought he ran into Feng Zhouyu, but the free kick's been given. Wu Wei to take it. Not in the right place, though. Can be a bit fussy, this referee, as Alex Pato has already seen. It's Kwon Kim Won. Now Mi Howland. There's a few players who do cut the bottoms out of the socks and wear a more comfortable pair underneath. This referee feeling now that Pato's just gone a little too high with his cut this time, and as a result, he's had to tape up the bottoms of them. Here's Modeste. He's appealing for handball. Well, the decision has gone the other way. Flag up for offside against Anthony Modeste. Here's a striker that could do with a goal. Oh, it's tight, that. Looks as though he's played on, though, by the foot of the trailing leg of Chen Hao, which, in fairness to the assistant on the far side, would have been incredibly difficult to see at full speed. Just Tianjin Quanjin's second season, remember, in the top flight. Henan Jianye have certainly been regulars. They've spent 11 of the last 12 years in the Chinese Super League. Save one season out when they were relegated in 2012, but immediately one promotion back the following season. Here's Evo. Their best ever finished third in 2009, the season I was talking about when they qualified for the Asian Champions League for the only time. More recently in 2015 they finished fifth, but generally they've been around the bottom reaches. Here's Vaste. And they're backing off. Here's Basagog. Vaste continues the run. It's Basagog who forces a save from Zhang Lu. Nice shape to the shot, but didn't get it far enough away from the Tianjin Quanjin captain and goalkeeper. Now Yang Zhu. And to Pato. What an important intervention that was. Otherwise Pato would have been away. Basagog. It's a foul from Mi Howland. And a yellow card as well. Joins Wang Yongpo in the book for Tianjin Quanjin. It's beaten by the skill of Basagog. There's that chance again. There he was voted player of the tournament at the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations. Basagog was a key man in Cameroon's unexpected win. Nice change about to be made by Chong Wo Ryong for Henan Jianye. Lu Heng, player is trying to make way for Long Wei. Long Wei coming on for his 8th appearance of the season. Significantly more than the last campaign where he played just twice. There is Long Wei. Evo to take. Certainly taking his time, the Brazilian. He aims for Vaste. Now the whistle's gone. And then Ricardo Vaste is pushed to the ground. Now they're going more and more frustrated with Wang Jing, the Tianjin supporters. Really feel he's done them no favours. He's been a little bit fussy, the official. I think the red card as well for Cheng Da-lun was certainly harsh. Kwon Kyung-won. Now Wang Yongpo from Wu Jie. Zhu Wei with the cross in towards Modeste. He did well to make anything of that, and then it was cleared away by Chen Hao. Evo chasing this, but the Korean Kwon Kyung-won is always favourite. Zhao Jiri. Now Zhu Wei. Again, plenty of the ball for Tianjin Quanjian. Really, apart from Alex Pato goal, Wu Yan hasn't been overly troubled. Here's Yang Zhu. Now Mi Hao-lun. Mi Hao-lun again. And Yang Zhu and Modeste were both in the centre, but Howland's cross blocked at source. Here's Pato. Skips away again from another couple of challenges. Now was he caught by Evo? Referee says no. He's blown the whistle for a free kick now. So dangerous from that kind of position, Alex Pato. Wasn't too different from where he picked up the ball for the goal back for Tianjin Quanjian. The challenge from Evo. So difficult to tell. Maybe that angle will be decisive. Doesn't look too much in it from that angle. It just shows, even with the video assistant referee, how difficult a job it is. Oh, Vaste. Misjudged header from Wu Wei, but he got away with it. Zhang Zhuwei. Wang Yongpo. Zhao Jiri. It's a lovely ball to Mi Hao-lun. Modeste has made the run at the front post, and it's gone right the way across. Yang Zhu unable to get a decent enough touch on it. Credit Tianjin Quanjian, you've almost forgotten that they're a man down in this game. They're beginning now to create chances. Yang Zhu just taking a stab at the ball, but the presence of Wang Xiangyuan enough to put him off. And the Henan Jianye midfielder has stayed down. Can he drag Tianjin Quanjin out of this situation? Alexander Pato. Sure, they'd love to have Axel Witsel back in the mix. Rumours abound that he's played his last game, though, for Tianjin Quanjin. The way transfer fees are these days, a £17 million buyout clause doesn't seem too much for the Belgian international midfielder, given his experience. The Quanjin players want Xiangyuan to get off the pitch so they can get on with it. There's that challenge again from Evo. I don't think there's anything in that. I don't think he's touched him at all. But another warning shot for Henan Jianye, particularly when Pato picks up the ball on this left-hand side. There's a coach, Paulo Sousa, who's won league titles in Hungary, Israel and Switzerland. Free kick for Quanjin. Won the Champions League as a player with Juventus and Dortmund, Paulo Sousa. Free kick and another chance maybe for Quanjin. Corner given. Yang Zhu missed the initial header, but it came off a Henan Jianye defender. It's the most concerted spell of pressure that the home side have produced, born out of necessity, really. And by Pato, it's a really poor corner, though. And the referee has spotted some pushing and shoving, and it's a rather needless free kick given away by Tianjin Quanjin. They're a side more than capable of fighting back from seemingly impossible positions in the Chinese FA Cup. They were 2-0 down here to Jiangsu Suning with a minute to go, and Li Haolin and Axel Witsel scored twice to force a penalty shootout, which they then subsequently lost and went out of the competition. And Zhu Wei. But at 2-0 down and a man down, it seemed over for them until Pato immediately responded. They still have 20 minutes to find an equaliser, although ideally they'd have been spying all 3 points from this game. Pato. Have a trip to newly promoted Beijing Renhe to come next weekend before the Tianjin derby against Taida, and then a trip to the champions Guangzhou. Another meeting with former boss Fabio Cannavaro. Zhou Yi. Too much on that from Evo for Ke Zhao. He looks a real threat when he gets forward, Ke Zhao. We've seen that from his part that he played in the second goal for Ricardo Vazte. Pato. Shields the ball so well when he picks up possession and he's surrounded by 2 or 3 players. Zhao Zhiri. Skill from Zhao Zhiri. A free kick from Wang Fei's challenge. Wang Xiangyuan is down again. It's the second time he's going to need the stretcher to leave the field, but he's suggesting that he can walk off okay. I do wonder if that might be game over for Wang Shangwan, who's been struggling the last few moments. And indeed it is. Lu Yao, the replacement. Pato's ball in, it's a shocker though. Does have good set-piece delivery, but there is that side of you that wonders whether those predatory instincts are missed and in getting on the end of set pieces. Must have other players at the club more than capable of delivering a dead ball that Pato could profit from. It's 13 goals now in his last 20 appearances in all competitions this season for Pato. It does look as though he is beginning to put his career back together in the Chinese Super League after a couple of failed moves to Chelsea and Villarreal. It's a deep delivery this time. Not too deep. Xiaojiri. Now Pato. Yang Zhu. Straight to Vazde of all people, and here's Basagog. Not overly committing now in search of this third goal. Henan Janya, here's Ivo. Now Basagog. Any of the midfield coming up to join the front three. Now they arrive with Lu Yao. That's a terrible ball though to Keijiao. Stand up in apology, not quite up to the pace of the game yet. Lu Yao, the substitute who's just come on for Wang Shangwan. Wang Yongpo. Chen Hao's header to Basagog. Now Lu Yao does find a teammate this time. Peng Zhouyi. Play by Basagog, this is Ivo. Again, the Brazilian. Peng Zhouyi. Christian Basagog. Wang Fei. Took too much time to deliver the ball. He felt he was fouled, but the referee was happy with the challenge. Here's Pato. Zhu. Wang Yongpo. Geng Juwei. Too slow with the build-up sometimes. Tianjin Quanjin, which enables Henan Janya to get bodies back. Flick on from Modeste. They are going to go long with the delivery. You can't help but feel it needs to be earlier. Created that chance for Pato in the first half when Howland played it in earlier and Modeste touched it down for the Brazilian. Haven't seen that repeated enough really from the home side. They have a throw now though with Kwon Kyung-won. Baste with the header, but it's back with the Korean. Deeper ball in this time, but straight into the hands of Wu Yan. It's a shocking ball from Ivo. Back to Zhang Juwei. He gets it booted straight at his midriff from Yang Zhu. Managed to maintain possession though. And here's Kwon Kyung-won. Now Mi Hao-lun. Zhang Zhuwei. Wu Wei in towards Modeste. And he's claiming high feet. The referee agreed. It's a free kick to Tianjin Quanjin, and you have to say within Alexander Pato range. It was a really clumsy swing at the ball from Lu Yao. Well, he has won the ball there, but his feet too high for the referee's liking. Free kick for Tianjin Quanjin. Pato will fancy this. Yongpo is there as well. Has to be Pato though, given the form he's been in this season. It is an indirect free kick, so it does need to be played to Pato, which it is. And hooked away by Basagog. Here's Wu Wei. Now Modeste will chase this and should get there. It's good work from Anthony Modeste. And the free kick goes against the Frenchman this time. It's been a difficult match for him to get into, really, Anthony Modeste. He's certainly fought and battled for everything that's come his way. So far without any joy. And Christian Basagog is being replaced by Hu Jinghang. Fifth appearance of the season for a player who's just been brought in on loan from Shanghai SIPG. Side very much in the midst of the Chinese Super League title race. Currently third, 2 points off the top, but with a game in hand. Hu Jinghang, though, has found it very difficult to get too much game time at SIPG. That's overhit. Qi Zhao has it, 10 minutes to go. Tianjin Quanjin 1, Henan Jianye 2. That is how close Henan Jianye are to their first Chinese Super League win against Tianjin Quanjin. At the fourth time of asking. Here's Evo. Now Lu Yao. In towards Hu Jinghang. Hu Jinghang again. Lu Yao. Evo in space. Seems to carry the ball the wrong way there, though, and lose a bit of the momentum. Zhou Yi. Qi Zhao with the cross in. Knocked away by Yang Zhu, but only as far as Vaste. Hu Jinghang. Evo. Good spell of possession this for Henan Jianye. Strong challenge from Zhang Zhu. Referee waving play on though. Fei remains down for Henan Jianye. The referee stops the game so he can receive some treatment. The right wing back. There's a hefty challenge from Yang Zhu. Certainly a foul. The referee, though, playing the advantage, and nothing really came of it. And Xiao this time shouting the odds at the referee. Well, there's the second goal for Henan Jianye, tucked away neatly by Ricardo Vazte. What about this? The response from Alexander Pato almost immediately. Haven't been able to build on that, though, the 10 men. Wang Yongpo. Pato. Good work from Pato, who's now been caught himself. It's a free kick for Tianjin Quanjin. And a yellow card, I think, for the response as much as the foul from Liu Yao. He's not exactly covered himself in glory since coming on, Liu Yao. He's given the ball away a couple of times and now got himself booked. A really poor challenge that on Pato. He was nowhere near the ball. First player in blue to see yellow. Now he marks Modeste. Pato to deliver. Will he try a cheeky one here? The former Milan striker. Six in there for Tianjin Quanjin. It is clipped in by Pato. It is a good ball. Now Modeste and Wu Wei were the closest to getting something on it, but it drifts behind again for a goal kick. I do think unless he's going for goal, he is wasted on set pieces, Alex Pato. He's a player whose quick instincts you need in his 6-yard box in those situations. Zhou Yi, Zhao Jiri, Zhang Juwei. Now Mi Haolun. Zhao Jiri. Hooked away by Chen Hao. Feng Zhou-Yi. Wang Fei, by the way, back on his feet and back on again for Henan Jianye. It's a yellow card. Though the player caught. There's a bit of a kick at him from Zhao Jiri. Both the central midfielders in the book now for Tianjin Quanjin. Well, less than 5 minutes to go. Facing the 4th home defeat of the season, Quanjin, unless they can snatch something late on here. Wang Xiaolong replacing Zhao Jiri. Xiaolong, a player who has been capped by China 3 times. A bit of nonsense going on off the ball as well between goalkeeper Zhang Lu and He Zhao. A strong challenge again on Yang Zhu. They're appealing for everything now, Tianjin Quanjin, as are the supporters. He's got to be strong here, the referee. Try and not be influenced by the ever-growing pressure from the home fans and players. Tianjin Quanjin grow ever more desperate. Maybe 14 games still to play after today, but given how many sides are up there fighting for the title and the top three, it's very difficult to see Tianjin repeating their success of last season if the gap does stretch to 12 points after tomorrow. Could be a case of champions of Asia or nothing for Paulo Sousa this season. Wang Yongpo over this. Wu Wei. In this time by Wu Wei. Pato! Oh, it's a great save! Goodness me, how was that not an equaliser? Any kind of touch on that, and Tianjin would have been level. It's a terrific save to deny Pato, and then Kwon Kyung-won was up there. He couldn't finish, and then neither could Modeste or Yang Zhu. Agonising for Tianjin. Towering header from Pato. It's a good save from Wu Yan. And Henan Zhanye just about hold on to this 2-1 lead. Now, was that a match-winning moment from Wu Yan, the Henan Zhanye goalkeeper? Foul by Vazte. Free kick for Tianjin. Wang Yongpo. Here's Pato. He needs to pick up the ball further up the field than that. Wu Wei. Zhang Zhuwei. Well defended again though by Henan Zhanye, and Feng Zhouyi cuts it out and clears. Here's Kwon Kyung-won. Wang Yongpo. Well, even a point really isn't good enough for Tianjin here. Even if they do snatch a draw, it's more than likely going to see them lose ground on the top three. Well, now Lu Yao is down for Henan Zhanye. This is what happened at the other end. Zhang Lu picking up Ke Zhao and more or less dragging him off the field so he can receive treatment. And the left wing back not taking too kindly to it. There's been a bit of niggle right throughout this contest. He's not going for Tianjin this season the way they did in 2017. The referee sounds like he's in discussion with the video assistant referee again. He's probably just casting an eye over the Zhang Lu Ke Zhao incident. Here's Wang Yongpo. Wu Wei hits it. That's well off target. Well, 5 minutes to be added on. That's a boost for Tianjin. 3 successive wins at home ahead of today. The goal would at least save that current unbeaten home records. Beijing Renhe, Guangzhou and Hebei China Fortune all coming away with all 3 points this season. Zhang Zhuwei. Too much on it for Modeste. Zhang Zhuwei. Too high for Modeste. Zhu was up there, but again, well defended by Henan Zhanye. This is Pato. He loses out. This is Evo. Wu Xingang gives it away. Wang Yongpo. Zhang Juwei. Cross it again towards Modeste, but headed out by Chen Hao. Need to get more bodies in the penalty area with 3 minutes to go. Wang Yongpo. And it goes. Yang Zhu can't get on the end of it, and Ke Zhao clears. Anywhere will do for Henan Jianye. Heading for their third away win of the season. And their second in succession. Remember, they won at Guizhou last time away from home. Yang Zhu beaten in the air. And Evo is fouled. And now, of course, Evo is going to stay down. There has been a little too much of this from Henan Jianye. Just about every time a player has entered a challenge, it's resulted in some sort of treatment or the stretcher coming on. And they remain hopeful, those Jianye supporters. And they look worried, those of Tianjin Quanjian. It is all eyes on the Champions League by the looks of it. Because unless they find some incredible form in the second half of the season, I think they've left themselves too much to do to get back into the race for the top three. Good work from Long Jiaolong. And ran into that blue wall again. Wang Yongpo. Spots the run of Yang Zhu. There's Modeste, almost impossible though to control that. Here's Evo. Ke Zhao. Feng Zhouyi. Now Wu Wei. They need the ball back, Tianjin Quanjian. Ke Zhao going long for Wu Xingang to chase. Well, this could well be it. Mi Haolun need to make this count, Tianjin Quanjian. Modeste with the header on. There's been very little link-up play at all between Modeste and Yang Zhu. And even Modeste and Pato, it's been very splintered, the forward play from Tianjin Quanjian. It's a great result for Changwo Ryong if they can hold out. And the pressure mounts on Paulo Sousa. Unless they go on and win the Asian Champions League, he is a long way from filling the boots of Fabio Cannavaro. Long Jiaolong. Yang Zhu again beaten in the air. We're over the 5 minutes to be added on now. It's anybody's guess. Wang Fei, how long we have. Here's Pato. And Henan Jianye, for the first time, have taken all 3 points against Tianjin Quanjian in the top flight of Chinese football. A double from Ricardo Vazte proving to be the difference on 28 and 52 minutes. And despite an immediate strike back from Alexander Pato for Tianjin Quanjian, Paulo Sousa's side suffer their 4th home defeat of the season and their 7th defeat already in 2018, which is one more than they suffered in the whole of the last campaign. Their hopes really are hanging by a thread now in terms of qualifying for the Champions League via the top 3. It has finished Tianjin Quanjian 1, Henan Jianye 2. So let's take a look back at the action then. Ricardo Vazte's header. A fine one on 28 minutes, giving Henan Jianye the lead, despite the fact that Tianjin Quanjian had seen an awful lot of the ball. plenty to do on that header as well, Vazte. That made it 3 successive appearances now in which he scored. And of course that would improve in the second half. Acknowledging the delivery from Ivo. Well, this is the controversial moment. Zheng Dalun shown a red card after some discussion with the video assistant referee for that challenge on Ke Xiao. It seemed as though he was going for the ball, but the referee not happy with the studs raking down the shin of the Henan Jianye wing-back. And it was always going to be an uphill task for Tianjin Quanjin from there on in. It means that he'll be suspended for the trip to Beijing Renhe next weekend, Zheng Dalun. Effort here from Ivo, beaten away by Wu Yan. And the Henan Jianye goal. And then the second goal, which pretty much killed off the Tianjin Quanjin challenge, it seemed. Good work from Ivo and Ke Xiao, and Carlo Vazte acknowledging the part that Ke Xiao played in the ball across on a plate for Vazte. 4 goals in his last 3 appearances. And surely even when Fernando Caranga, the Brazilian, returns from suspension, it's going to be a tough task for Chang Wo-ryong to leave out Ricardo Vazte. Great response though from Alexander Pato. His 13th goal in 20 appearances this season, his 9th in the Chinese Super League. Neat back heel initially from Yang Zhu to set Pato away. That was a really neat piece of play from the Brazilian. Single-handedly bringing them back into the contest, but in the end it wouldn't be enough, wouldn't be the platform for Paulo Sousa's side to make a comeback, to take something from the game. Chance here for Christian Basagog at the other end. Didn't get the ball far enough away though from Zhang Lu. Decent shape to the shot, but really the power to trouble the goalkeeper. This is the big moment though. Pato's header, and then Kwon Kim Yuan playing it across, and neither Anthony Modeste or Yang Zhu could get themselves on the end of it to snatch at least a point for Tianjin Quanjin. This is a massive result for Henan Jianye, remember, who now move 8 points clear of the bottom 2 ahead of tomorrow's fixtures. They may be in the bottom half of the table, but don't look